Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
So, yeah, we were standing outside the Harry's Bar in King's Langley, Bishop's Langley, the place down the road, just after the comedy show had finished. So I think it was probably around about 10 o'clock last night, and everyone sort of noticed a very bright light passing overhead, very high up, very large as well. There was people filming it, but we're not sure whether it's possible that it was the ISS. But I don't know what the orbit pattern was.
I can answer that question in a minute. But carry on, yeah.
Sure. So we were just kind of, just observed it passing overhead. No flashing lights, which sort of would indicate that it wasn't an aircraft. But in terms of any sort of defining features, it was far too high to see that, but it was certainly very, very bright. Whether that was reflected light or a light emanating from itself, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yeah, that's really amazing. And I urge HPANWO TV viewers to go to Jam Noise 72's channel, because you'll find a video there of me, Matt and her. We all saw the same thing as you. What's more, we saw several other lights coming from different directions.
I heard someone say this as well. I didn't see the other lights, but I definitely saw the large one that went over. It seemed to be heading from, it may have been from north to south. I
think it was southwest to northeast Wi-Fi, because I'll tell you what, because the road where Jackie lives runs from southwest to northeast, and it basically ran along that road. So the interesting thing was, you were talking about the International Space Station. I went on as soon as we got indoors, I switched on the computer, isstracker.com, and we checked where the ISS was at that time, because I've been caught out with this before, and I found out it's going overhead. No, it's actually over Kazakhstan at the time.
Oh.
So it's in Central Asia. It's nowhere near the British Isles. It would not be visible from the British Isles.
Too big to be a satellite.
It's not a satellite, and what's more, we saw several other lights coming from different angles. But that's really fascinating stuff. What's your name?
I'm Jay.
Jay, thanks for being on HPANWO TV, and thanks Sarah as well for capturing this as well.
You're welcome. Tag team.
Yeah. This is Sarah Goodley of the Irate Women Show on Critical Mass Radio.
But what we've been doing all weekend, all since this has started, it's all activists interviewing each other.
Yeah, I think every member of the alternative media is here, right? Some have the luxury of live streams. I don't, so you're gonna have to wait till I get home before you watch this. Now, Jay, you'll be all right if you finish with Jay, Sarah? Is it if I take him over to talk to my friends and tell them if you tell Jackie and Matt what you told me.
It's not. I've seen other things much closer. I've seen things that I could not. There would under no could be any question that it was certainly some alternative. Using alternative propulsion systems.
You've seen structured craft.
Structured craft. One I would say is airliner size, bright yellow, glowing, no wings. That was in probably late May 2011. In fact, I saw quite a lot around that time, and also the smaller orb UFOs I've seen on a number of occasions. Incredibly fast. Rapid change of direction,
right.
So.
That's really interesting. Come over and speak to my friends. I like your sash. Is there? It's like a beauty contest.
Kind of some volunteer.
Bye bye. See you later. I'll take you across to talk to my friends, because like I said, if you go to Jam Noise 72's channel, you'll hear them talking about it. Hey guys, tell them what you just told me, because this guy's got an amazing story to tell. This is Jay.
Hello.
This is Matt, Jackie.
I was talking to someone earlier about when we were standing outside.
I'll be back in a sec. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to film some of the placards. Now this is the edge of the compound which we're stuck in. As you see, it has the usual warning signs here. Do not cross this line. This line represents the limit of access between private land which has been agreed between Grove Estates and organisers of your event. Doesn't say what event, of course, because technically it doesn't exist. G4S, and please consider any person who crosses this line to be intent on disrupting, obstructing or intimidating others from going about their lawful business. Well, that is a matter of opinion, lawful my arse. Crossing this line renders you a transgressor and subject to possible arrest for aggravated trespass under Section 68 of the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act. 1984, by order of Chief Inspector Cavaney, Hertfordshire Constabulary, 3rd June 2013. Okay, we're just going to carry on along here. Hello. It is. This is a HPANWO TV YouTube channel.
Well, if you'll come to my Kill Bilderberg channel, I'd appreciate
Kill
that.
Bilderberg, that's a good name. And I see we have a sign here saying, no New World Order, new genetically modified organisms. Yes, very
You'll have
true.
to tell us who you are on YouTube.
I'm Ben the JR Porter. HPANWO TV, and my unit is Ben the JR and Porter. That's mine. Yeah, you can see me easily there. But we have here.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. EUDSSR. Oh, that's a brainchild of Bilderberg. Yeah, this is. What's your name? Kev of Kill Bilderberg.
Kill Bilderberg.
That's a
Check
good.
it out.
Will do. Right. Yeah, I'll sub to you. Will not join your New World Order. Very wise indeed. Yeah, we have here. Now, tell me the name of all Bilderberg participants. And catch their soul on this paper. Yeah, Obama. Oh, look, there's a name of various people. Usual motley crew of suspects: Bill Gates, George Bush, the Rockefellers, Cheney, Angela Merkel, and of course the immortal Henry Kissinger, who's probably a lot older than he looks. And he looks pretty old. All together, there's 150 participants. Keep a lookout for the ones you don't know very well. The backbench MPs, the obscure congressmen from suburban New York State, because they'll be president and prime minister in a few years. Depleted uranium is a war crime, very true. We don't want your Franken food. Chant down Babylon. Oh, this is interesting stuff here. And there's the same notice along here. Actually, a lot of people are clustered along the boundary, along the edge of where we're allowed. Carry on further along here. Tip of the build iceberg, yeah. Tip of the builder, yeah. This is really interesting stuff here. All these things that the New World or the Illuminati are behind is basically almost how much, yeah. It's very difficult to find something they're not behind, actually. And it's not just speculation or delusion, it is evidence. There's evidence linking these various things to the agenda. What we know is just the tip of the builder iceberg. Yeah, Bilderberg. Yeah. And carry on further along here. The answer to 1984 is 1776. Oh, that's Alex Jones's classic quote there. Fight the New World Order. Yeah. And that is www.zazzle.com.
Depends on the topic. Some topics I'm not interested in.
There's some brilliant t-shirts. Sir, can I get a shot of your t-shirt? Is that all right? You are, what's that say? You are the Resistance. Yeah, Infowars.com. That's another excellent one.
There you go.
That's great. What's your name, sir?
Jay.
Jay, hi Jay. Well, welcome to HPANWO TV. Thanks for coming today.
Thank you very much.
And you want to be on HPANWO TV, sir?
Well, I'm from this town. I'm from Watford. I am.
Yeah. Oh, you come from Watford. So you're a local lad.
I'm very local. Yeah.
How do you feel having the Bilderberg Group in your hometown?
I don't know. It feels weird because meaning I've only just found out what Bilderberg is all about. But meaning I was, kind of surprised. Why Watford of all places? You know, but then again, because it's remote and it's out of the way, maybe that's why they.
It's lovely. It's lovely here.
Nice setting, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think what I find with the Bilderberg Group is they want anywhere where there's 5-star facilities, because of course they only the greatest luxuries for these people, and the Grove Hotel happens to supply that. And but it's interesting. No, just a few years ago, the first thing you would know that it was going on would be driving along the road and seeing the roads closed for some reason, and you weren't told. So, what's your name, sir?
It's Rashid.
Rashid, hello. Welcome to HPANWO TV, Rashid. Thanks for coming here today. That's good. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Also, I mean, what I do is I'm a musician. I am. I've never really done any gigs in Watford, but I've actually written a song called Imaginary Lines. And it's basically very fitting with what these guys are all about.
Yeah. Do you have it online? Is it online?
I've actually got it with me now. If you want it.
Oh, great! You've got a.
I've got a CD.
CD.
Yeah.
You're giving them away.
Well, to random people. Yeah.
Oh right. Have you got a website where people can hear it on YouTube?
Oh,
or
they
anywhere?
can. Meaning, it's basically on. It's on YouTube. I don't remember the links. I
okay.
But if it's awkward for you to. If you can't, then it's fine.
No worries. Okay, but good luck with that. Eh?
Yeah.
Well done for coming. Spread the word.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because thank you very much as well.
No worries. Yours is fantastic too.
Oh, good, great. You've seen HPANWO TV? Oh, I love it. Got my t-shirt.
That's the thing I'll leave you with. Spit in the eye of the pyramid.
Yeah, spit in the eye. That's a good one. Yeah, good. Thanks very much, guys. And this is David Icke's new radio station, The People's Voice. David has finally hit the airwaves. He could have come on to CMR if he wanted. And there's the opening times. We're here till 8 in the evening. So that'll be quite something. I expect we'll be here all day. And we have here, we're willing to be led by the unknowing. Have been asked to do the impossible for the ungrateful. We have worked so long for so little that we can now accomplish anything with nothing. Yes, very true. Duty foreclosed. Now we've almost reached the extent of this. Hello.
How you
All
doing?
right, thanks.
I think I met you at
You
Allison.
look familiar, yes.
Allison in Liverpool.
That's
A couple of months ago, yeah.
What's your name?
Lee.
Lee. I'm Ben.
Ben.
Nice to meet you. Hello again.
Yeah.
Hello again. I'm just filming for HPANWO TV at the moment. Would you like to be on HPANWO TV?
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah.
This is Lee. Hello. Well, thanks. What brings you to the Bilderberg Group Fringe Festival today?
Well, these power mad people inside that building. That's why we're all here, I think.
They're right in front of us there.
Yeah. You know, for what good it does. I think you know we've got to make our presence known and make sure that they realise that you know we're not going away and we know who they are and we've got an idea of what they do and you know here we are, folks.
Yeah.
We're not going away.
That's it. We were shouting at the cars driving in yesterday, and I said, you know, a big black Mercedes drove in with blackened windows, and we had a good go at it. I mean, of course, we don't know who's in the Mercedes, and I thought, well, it could be the caterers or something. The thing is, waiters and waitresses usually don't have such nice cars.
That's very true, and
So-
tinted windows as well.
Yeah, so I suspect that we were shouting at someone who deserved it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good to know that, you know, just a few years ago, this event would not have been here, and a few years before that, the Bilderberg Group officially did not exist.
Yeah, it was a conspiracy theory, wasn't it?
It was
and you
one
were,
of these
and you were
yeah.
crazy for thinking it existed.
People called us crazy for even suggesting that it existed.
Yeah.
And we had Dennis Healey, Lord Healey, who actually is one of the founders of the group in 1954 when he was a young politician in the British Labour Party. He was saying that it's the first official admission that it even existed. And he said, it's just a get together. We just get together and talk informally. We play a few rounds of golf, and that's it. Bullshit, Healey. You've been caught out lying.
Well, he was on Secret Rulers of the World. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And John Ronson asked him, "Can we see some photographs of you at the Bilderberg meeting and the other people that were there?" Because he said he had photographs, and John Ronson said, "Can we see them?" And he went, "Fuck off."
Yeah, that's right. It's true. The truth of the matter is, it's even though we've made some progress. It's, in other words, we know it exists, we know it's there. The media has covered it to a certain extent, at least. They had the BBC even interviewed that ugly duckling of the truth movement, Tony Gosling. He was up there. They gave him 5 whole minutes to say his stuff, and he did a very good job. And BBC, I'm quite surprised they treat him quite well. Reasonably well. So
well, he used to work for them, so maybe there was a bit of a sympathetic thing there. But
yeah. Officially, it's still a secret organisation. Indeed, they do not publish anything. As I explained in a previous video, they do have an official site, but it's very, very homespun. Just about 6 pages. They set it up in 2009, very reluctantly, obviously. You know.
What do you think about the list? Do you think it's like the real list, the full list, or what?
Probably not. I mean, there's probably a few people on there who are named, who are attending or not named. The people I'm interested in is there was a couple of a minor news reporter from Turkey. There was a couple of backbench MPs. There's some obscure congressman from suburban Ohio. You know, these are the people to watch, because if any history of Bilderberg is anything to judge by, those people are future prime ministers, they're future presidents of the United States, future heads of media corporations. Yeah. Because being invited to Bilderberg Group when you're a nobody, you don't stay a nobody for long. It seems to be a very, very good career move.
Yeah, well, Tony Blair went, didn't he?
Margaret, that's right, 1992 he went.
Yeah.
Head of the Labour, John Smith conveniently dies for some reason, and he's made a leader of the Labour Party. Then, of course, he's Prime Minister in 1997. Margaret Thatcher attended in 1976, leading the Conservative Party 2 years later, Prime Minister in 1979.
It's just a coincidence.
That's a coincidence. Even Bill Clinton, Governor of Arkansas, no one knew who he was. He went to the Bilderberg Group. A couple of years later, he's president of the United States. Is that a coincidence?
It is just a big coincidence. That's all it is.
The problem is, when someone says something's a coincidence, you can never prove them wrong. That's the problem. These skeptics will say that. You can't prove the bastards wrong.
The coincidence theorists.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
But it's, as I've said many times before, once you start saying things are coincidences, you've basically given up the debate. because anything could be a coincidence. Anything.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a coincidence. I mean, the circumstantial evidence is overwhelming.
It's evidence. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I reported them to Crime Stoppers yesterday.
That's a good idea.
I phoned up Crime Stoppers and I said, I've told this story before, but I'll just let you know. I said, I'd like to report an offence, please. And they said, right, what is it? And thinking I was going to talk about a burglary or something. And I said, oh, well, it's fraud, mass murder, environmental destruction and treason. And there's a pause at the other end of the line. They don't get this very often. Right, and so, who are the suspects? I said, there's 150 of them, and they're at the Grove Hotel, Watford, Hertfordshire. Could you go and sort it out, please? And they said, well, why do you think they're committing all these offences? And I gave the reasons. You know, it's a secret organisation that publishes nothing. And the reason it's mass fraud is because they're orchestrating loans, sanctions, and environmental what's the word? Sabotages of the economy. You know, austerity measures, IMF loan packages, bankrupt countries, mass murder because they're planning wars and depopulation, environmental destruction because they're messing with our atmosphere, putting chemicals into it from aircraft, and treason because they're on British soil with our elected representatives and they're plotting the destruction of the world and this country. And again, they're plotting against the British people and the Constitution of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. And she said, right, okay, sir. I'll just have a word with my supervisor. Silence for a while. Well, thank you, sir. Thanks for making this report. Good day. They're very professional, you know. So I also reported them to one of the police officers that was outside yesterday. I didn't film that, I'm afraid, but I basically said the same thing to him. I said, you're going to arrest these guys tomorrow, aren't you? He says, what? Yeah, mass murder, fraud, environmental destruction, treason. Go on, you'll be arresting them tomorrow. I want to sit in a public gallery when they go down. I
would love to see that.
Yeah, we will do one day. We will do.
Definitely.
Lee, thank you for being on HPANWO TV.
Pleasure, my friend.
And I'll
Pleasure.
talk to you later. Do you have a website or anything?
Just Evolution on YouTube.
Evolution
Yeah.
on YouTube. I'll subscribe to your channel. I'm Ben the JR Porter on YouTube.
Yeah, man, I think I'm subscribed to you.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I always sub back, so I'm probably one
Nice
of yours
one,
as well.
nice one.
Take care, mate. Take care.
See you again.
Right, then, so we're carrying on here, and we see some other brilliant. Someone's put the Fringe Festival over the police notice for wise. They come from the internet, yeah, Google, yep, Google it. But that's one of the things they're going to be discussing in there, apparently, is Google, or those things are leaked, because, as I said, the Bilderberg Group publishes nothing. I'm coming to the end of our little extended compound here, this little pen that we're in. Everything is okay. Irrational jingoism. That's a good one. And this is the one I pointed out yesterday. There is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Very true. I think citing Martin Luther King there. And there's more stickers along here. Now carrying along here, and some of our sort of catering facilities are along here, which are quite they're reasonable. I mean, they're looking after us. It's obviously been well organised. And as I said, it was organised in a very, very short space of time, I must say. I carry along here. That's our toilet hut. And as we see here, there's plenty. Apparently they're very nice, and I've not used them yet, but I will be shortly. And this is the media tent where this is the live stream tent where Critical Mass Radio was broadcasting from here yesterday. And what is?
United We Strike will be broadcasting.
United We Strike.
Today. UnitedWeStrikeRadio.com.
That's a good name for a radio station.
International Community Radio Network. Critical Mass Radio, as you say, was broadcasting here last night. UK columns streaming from here. We've got American Free Press streaming from here.
Brilliant.
Kicking ass.
This is basically the Reuters of the alternative media, basically. You know, and give these cameras, man. I've got camera envy.
I've got to tell you,
Nice one.
this beautiful man has been looking after me all week.
Oh, that's good of you.
Because I'm useless.
Oh.
Okay, all right, I'll speak to you in a minute.
Oh, well, you do all right on the Alright Women show. That's
on this technology rubbish.
oh, it's always tricky, isn't it?
But it's been brilliant.
Oh, so I'll see you later. Take it easy. And we'll carry along here. And basically, the people with the sky blue wind waistcoats are police officers. And we have there the press tent. And there's the MI5 guy with the false beard again. They've done a better job with him than they have with Anjum Chowdhury, I must say. And this is the Bilderberg Welcoming Committee press office. Lobbying register. All lobbyists have to sign in. That's it. I went to Bilderberg. You can get a t-shirt, man. There's this lousy new world. Oh man, I've got to get one of those t-shirts. Transparency is the most effective public inoculation against corruption that any country can have. Kenneth Clark MP, irony of ironies. As I said, this is where I took that long distance shot of the actual Grove Hotel, where the Bilderberg people themselves are. And here's our refreshment desk. We have a lot of you can get refreshments from here. And oh, he's awake now. And Magna Carta 2015. That's cool. And we come back round here to the grassy knoll, more refreshments, and then there's the grassy knoll, where we'll be having lectures later on by David Icke, Alex Jones, Ben Fellows, and many others. So stay tuned for that. Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity, Stop the New World Order.